Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna.
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They tried to get the edge there, no edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And know the sideline gives you as a defender an extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Second and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Hurts going to move him around. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And now an audible here into something else. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Cousins now. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. We're scoreless after 1. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3rd and 2. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now Hurts changing up the play. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, Paul. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. And now they'll shift things around. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Short throw caught by Pitts. Room here to run. He may go. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown. the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They go play action. Cousins.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Here's Cousins.
That is intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Elliott on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Cousins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Cousins to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Cousins here going to change the play. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He dumps it off to Barkley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Eagles.
Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. But Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4th down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Philadelphia.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Smith catches left side.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Arnold Ebiketie, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. The Eagles send out their punter now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Option play. Here's Robinson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Drake London.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was Kirk Cousins, the veteran, who